The man standing at the grave didn't notice the cold wind, the fading sunlight, or the people passing by. All he could feel was the silence left behind by the woman he loved. His shoulders trembled as tears fell freely, and behind him, 3 small voices whispered in confusion, "Daddy, who is that man leaving flowers for Mommy?" Stay with this story until the end, because what those triplets discovered that day changed their lives forever. And if stories that touch your heart mean something to you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because some stories aren't just told, they're felt. Aman had never imagined life would bring him here, standing alone at his wife Zoya's grave, holding the hands of their 3 children. The triplets were only 5 years old, too young to fully understand loss, but old enough to feel the emptiness. Zoya had been the light of their home, the laughter in every corner, the strength that kept Aman grounded. And then one illness, one cruel diagnosis, and she was gone. Since her passing, Aman's life had become a daily battle. He woke before sunrise, made breakfast, packed lunches, braided his daughter's hair awkwardly, and rushed to his job at a small repair shop. At night, he returned home exhausted, yet still found the strength to read bedtime stories and sing the lullaby Zoya used to sing. He never complained. He never showed how broken he was inside, until that day at the grave. It was Zoya's birthday. Aman had brought her favorite white lilies, the triplets clutching small handmade cards. As he knelt beside the grave, the memories overwhelmed him, their first meeting, her laughter, the day she told him she was pregnant, and the shock when doctors said, "It's triplets." He cried, not as a man ashamed of his tears, but as a husband who had lost half his soul. That's when the children noticed someone else standing nearby. A tall man in a black coat. His presence was calm, respectful. He didn't approach them. He simply placed a bouquet of red roses on Zoya's grave, bowed his head, and whispered something before turning to leave. The triplets exchanged glances. "Daddy," one of them asked softly, tugging his sleeve, "who is that uncle?" Aman looked up, wiping his tears. I don't know. But why is he giving flowers to Mommy?" another whispered. Aman didn't have an answer. That night, the question lingered in his mind. Zoya had never mentioned anyone like that. Their life had been simple. Honest. Transparent. Yet the stranger had stood there with the kind of pain only someone close would carry. The next week, they returned to the grave, and the man was there again. This time, Aman approached him. "Excuse me," he said gently. "You knew my wife?" The man turned. His eyes were sharp yet kind, and his face carried the weight of someone who had seen both success and sorrow. "Yes," he replied quietly. "I knew her. My name is Aman. I'm her husband." The man nodded slowly. "I know." Aman felt a strange pause between them. "And you are?" "Farhan Malik." The name sounded familiar, very familiar. Aman's mind raced until realization struck. Farhan Malik, the billionaire entrepreneur. Owner of one of the largest tech companies in the country. A man often seen on television, speaking about innovation and success. But why would a billionaire visit Zoya's grave? Farhan noticed the confusion. He took a deep breath. "Your wife saved my life." Aman blinked. "What?" 10 years ago, Farhan continued, I was nothing. No company. No money. Just a man drowning in debt, ready to give up. One night, I fainted outside a clinic. Your wife found me there." Aman listened, stunned. "She stayed with me," Farhan said, his voice heavy with emotion. "Paid for my treatment. Gave me food. Encouraged me when I had no one. She didn't even know me, yet she treated me like family. Why didn't she ever tell me? Aman whispered. Farhan smiled faintly. Because she didn't help me for recognition. She helped me because that's who she was. Silence settled between them, thick and meaningful. I promised myself, Farhan added, that if I ever succeeded, would find her and thank her. When I finally did, it was too late. She had already passed. Aman felt his chest tighten. Tears welled up again, but this time they were different, not just grief, but pride. That's why I come here, Farhan said softly. Not as a billionaire. Just as a man who owes his life to a kind stranger. The triplets stepped closer, holding Aman's hand. Uncle, one of them asked innocently, did Mommy help you like she helps us? Farhan knelt down, his eyes shining. Yes. She helped me become strong. From that day on, something changed. Farhan didn't disappear. He visited often, bringing books for the children, toys, and sometimes just stories. He never acted superior. Never made them feel small. Instead, he became a quiet presence, a reminder that kindness creates ripples far beyond what we can see. Months passed. Aman continued working hard, but life remained difficult. Bills piled up. School fees worried him. Some nights, he sat alone, wondering how long he could keep everything together. One evening, Farhan visited their small home. He looked around, not judging, just observing the worn furniture, the patched walls, the effort Aman put into keeping everything neat. You're doing an incredible job, Farhan said. Aman shook his head. I'm just trying to survive. Farhan hesitated, then spoke carefully. Your wife once gave me hope when I had none. Let me return that. He handed Aman an envelope. Inside was an offer, full sponsorship for the children's education, a better job opportunity in Farhan's company, and support to move into a comfortable home. Aman's eyes widened. I can't accept this. It's too much. Farhan smiled gently. It's not charity. It's gratitude. The triplets hugged their father, sensing his emotions. Aman finally nodded, tears streaming down his face. Thank you, for remembering her. Farhan replied, some people never truly leave us. They live in the lives they touch. Years passed. The triplets grew into confident, kind-hearted children. Aman rebuilt his life, not just financially, but emotionally. And every year, on Zoya's birthday, they visited her grave together. White lilies from Aman. Handmade cards from the children. Red roses from Farhan. One day, the eldest triplet whispered while standing at the grave, Mommy helped one person, and it changed all our lives. Aman smiled, looking at the sky. That's the power of kindness. Farhan added softly, the world measures wealth in money. But true wealth is in the lives you lift when no one is watching. And in that quiet moment, they all understood something profound. Zoya was gone, but her love had built a bridge between strangers, healed broken hearts, and secured a future for her children. Her kindness became her legacy. So if this story touched your heart, remember, someone out there may be waiting for a small act of kindness from you. A word, a helping hand, a moment of care. It might seem small to you, but it could mean everything to them. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story, because sometimes the most powerful changes in the world begin with one silent, selfless act. And somewhere, beyond what we can see, Zoya's kindness still blooms like fresh flowers on a quiet grave, reminding us that love never truly dies.